Like Krishna Krishna. Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Yeah, so we'll wish everybody a happy Diwali, but we should understand the mood of Diwali. Mood of Diwali is when Lord Rama finished the conquest of, uh, after killing Ravana. So this was the day when he came back to Ayodhya, and all the citizens of Ayodhya welcomed him by, mm, you know, um, by diyas, by having diyas in front of their house because it was evening time, and they wanted to welcome Lord Rama in that way. But then we've forgotten the original Diwali, and then yeah, we just, like I was telling yesterday, we're just burning money for no reason. Uh, so we have to also educate ourselves, educate others as well, saying that it's not required. Of course, once in a while, this kind of burning crackers can be done, but only for the pleasure of the Lord. So yeah, and the other thing for us is that this was the day when the Damodar Leela took place. So that way, it's a very important day that we remember the Lord's pastimes, victory over evil of from Lord Rama's pastime, and more importantly, how Krishna becomes bound up by love, by pure love. Bhakti Baddham. That's what Damodar Ashtakam we sing. So Bhakti Baddham. Krishna is bound by bhakti. And this bhakti is Kevala Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti. Mm, Only Shuddha Bhakti, Kevala Bhakti can bind Krishna. And what is that Kevala Bhakti? Kevala Bhakti is that wherein the devotee does not even bother to remember about the Aishwarya of the Lord. So much so that Yashoda Mata is wanting to bind Krishna, thinking he's become too naughty and he's going out of control. Mm. The one who controls everybody is going out of control and becoming a thief, and Yashoda Mata wants to bind him. So only by that pure devotion, where Yashoda is just concerned about her bringing up of Krishna and that he should not become known, infamous in son of a king, Nanda Maharaj. So, and that was all her mood and her love towards Krishna. So that is Kevala Bhakti. So today is glorification of that Kevala Bhakti, that pure love for Krishna. And yesterday we were actually describing Damodar Ashtakam. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking then maybe we'll just do Damodar Ashtakam today. A little bit, actually. Because today is the right day for discussing Damodar Ashtakam. So let's do that. Just switching. 1 second. You want word to word meaning once. It's called desire tree. It seem to have. Okay, it's fine. Yes. Ah, yes. Okay. So we'll read. Sure. Yeah. So, so today is we can call it as the festival of pure love. Mm. And in yesterday I was discussing this. Before we start a class, we sing Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari, Yashodanandana, Raja Jana Ranjana. So Krishna is Yashodanandana. Is the dear darling son of Yashoda. Vraja Jana Ranjana. What is the meaning of Vraja Jana Ranjana? Anybody? Hmm? What is the meaning of Vraja Jana Ranjana? Okay.
Pleasing to all the residents of Vrindavan.
Okay. Yeah, Vraja Jana Ranjana, or Ranjana means entertaining. Hmm? So he's entertaining. He's giving happiness. He's giving pleasure to the Vraja Jana, to the residents of Vraja Bhumi. And here we are trying to do our own Ranjana. We are trying to have our own sense gratification, but that sense gratification is not going to give us happiness. But when we try to please Krishna, then we also become happy. And here we are trying to please Krishna, and here Krishna is trying to please the Vrajavasis. This is the love of the Vrajavasis. That is why they are the topmost devotees. So, so this uh, very beautiful song. Hmm. So it actually describes this pastime, and we need to understand or hear the meaning, so that when we are singing Damodar Ashtakam every day, we actually sing with this mood. We should sing with this mood, right? So we'll go through this very beautifully composed poem. Namam Ishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam. Hmm. Namami Ishwaram. Namami. I bow down Ishwaram, Supreme Controller. What is the Supreme Controller? Is he Nirakar? No. Yes, Sachidananda Rupam. Hmm. His form is composed of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. So full of, he's eternal, he's full of knowledge and full of bliss. Hmm. And then Lasat Kundalam, uh, Gokule Vrajamanam. Lasat Kundalam. Lasat Kundalam means earrings are swinging. And what is the shape of Krishna's earrings? Shape of Krishna's earrings?
Makara.
Yeah, Makara. So it is shark shaped. So Krishna's earrings are shark shaped. And they are swinging. They play and swing. Mm. Gokule Vrajamanam. So he is Vrajamanam, like Virajamanam, like he is residing in Gokula. What is Gokula? So when Krishna appears in this material world, so he so-called takes birth in Gokula, right? And he remains there for 3 years, 6 months. And then because of already, some Putana, Trinavarta, then Shakatasura, so then Upananda, who is the elder brother of Nanda, they decide saying that, okay, let's move from Mahavan, let's move from this Gokul, and they start, and let's go towards Vrindavan. So here, this particular Leela happened in Gokul. And today also when we go to Gokul, we can see the place, it's called Nanda Bhavan, where Nanda Maharaj was residing, which is called Chaurasi Khamba, because there are 84 pillars. And if you go to the temple, today we'll see Nanda Bhavan, then we'll see Yashoda Bhavan. So which means that previously, actually there is description in our Shastra about the house of Nanda Maharaj. So there are different quarters for Nanda, different quarters for quarters means like residential place, not like a room, like multiple rooms and facilities, etc. Um, so there's one for Nanda, then there's one for Yashoda, and in between, like in four directions, there are four quarters. So one is Nanda, Yashoda, and then Krishna and Balaram. So four quarters in four directions, and in the middle there is a open place, like place for gathering, like that. And this whole Gokul house of Nanda Maharaj was 7 kilometers, like you can think of as in circumference or in diameter, like that, diameter maybe. So in this, when this when this Leela happened, so Krishna was maybe in Yashoda's quarters near the kitchen, etc. And then from there he runs to the backyard. And that backyard, because it was such a big house, so that backyard today, if you go to Gokul, there's a road, tar road in the middle. On one side is Ukal Bandhan, which is the place where actually Krishna was tied and he went, and those Arjuna trees were uprooted, and Narakuvara and Manigriva were liberated, or they got delivered. So there's a road in between, and on one side is Nanda Bhavan, on the other side is this Ukal Bandhan, right? So it's a big place. And so being said here that so in this pastime, Krishna was residing in Gokula. Then what happened? Yashodha Bhiya, Yashoda Bhiya, meaning in fear of Yashoda, Bhaya Bhiya, Ulukalat Dhavamanam, Ulukalat, from the Uluka means wooden mortar. Wooden rice grinding mortar. Ulukhalat, from the Uluka. So he jumped down and he ran. Why? Because of Yashoda Bhiya. So he was afraid of Yashoda. So he jumped down from the wooden mortar and starts running. But then what happens? Paramrishtam Atyantam Drutya Gopya. Gopya, that Gopi, Yashoda, what did she do? Paramrishtam Atyam Tatam Drutya. And so she ran behind him. She ran behind him and caught hold of him, catching him by the back. So she ran behind him and caught hold. He ran out of in fear of Mother Yashoda, and Yashoda ran behind him and caught hold of him. Rudantam muhu netra yugmam rujantam. So now when Yashoda caught hold of him, what happened? Rudantam. He started crying. And how was he crying? Again and again. Parents who have devotees of children, they know how when children are crying, they're like, they like gasp for breath. Like that they cry. So Krishna was crying like that, meaning too much of distress, not simply just crying and keeping quiet. So he's again and again crying like a small child. And what happened? Netra yugmam rujantam. So he's netra yugmam, the two eyes, rujantam, he's rubbing. Children, when they're crying, they rub their eyes with their hands. And there's description of what was his description of his hands. So he was rubbing with his two hands, which were like karamboja yugmena, karamboja, like lotus like. So he was he was crying again and again and rubbing his eyes with his lotus like hands. And sa atanka netram, atanka. So there's so much of anxiety, fear in his eyes. Muhu, again and again, what is he doing? Shwasa kampa. Like this is how children cry. Shwasa kampa. Quick breathing and sighing. like that, and trembling. Mm. So he is again and again crying like this and rubbing his eyes with his lotus-like hands. Trirekhanka Kanta. The description of his neck, which are marked with three lines, it, like it, like there are three lines on a conch shell. Sthita Graiva Dama Udaram Bhakti Baddham. Sthita Graiva. Mm. Uh, so he's on his neck were pearl necklaces. And those were also moving with the quick breathing and sighing of his body. So the all those pearl necklaces, etc., were also moving along with his uh, quick breathing and sighing and trembling and all that. And what happened? And then he was crying like this. But then what happened? Dama Udaram Bhakti Baddham. Then he was bound by the rope. By what? By bhakti, by devotion. So this is pure devotion. This is a love for Krishna without expecting anything in return. Love for Krishna without wanting to do any kind of business with Krishna. And only such devotion can bind Krishna. So we have to understand that, why we want to do pure devotional service, because that is Sri Krishna Akarshani. That is what actually attracts Krishna. To such an extent that he is ready to be bound. Who can bind Krishna? He starts off here with the song saying, Namam Ishwaram. He is a supreme controller. Who can bind him? The whole material world is running out of fear of Ishvara, the supreme controller, sun, moon, all these big, big gods, they're all functioning on as expected. Who can even think of, uh, going against the Lord, let alone going against the Lord, binding him up? That's only possible by pure devotees who just love Krishna. They're not loving Krishna because he's Ishvara. They're loving Krishna because he is their dear one. My Krishna. That's all. That is all their mood is. My Krishna. They could be seeing him as a master. They could be seeing him as a friend, as like equivalent to their son, or as their lover. But it is all just devotion in different moods. And Krishna is bound by this pure love of the Vrajavasis. We always say that when we go to Vrindavan, we have to be very, very careful to remember that these are the topmost devotees of Krishna. Now they are there in today, they're born in Vrajabhumi. Of course, born in Vrajabhumi. Nowadays in Vrindavan, people from Agra, Delhi, everywhere they've come because it's all now become like a business opportunity for people. So not everybody whom we meet, at least in near around our ISKCON temple and that area. But when we go outside, like when we go to the interiors of Vrindavan and we see Brajavasis there. And we should know that it doesn't matter. Once we remember we had gone on yatra with His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhu, and we were doing Barsana Parikrama. And so and Dinabandhu Prabhu he is a Brajavasi, right? So he just walked into one Brajavasi's house for Madhukari. And they were so happy, uh, like, mm, so they just came and gave Brajavasi roti and pickle and all that, right? So those are the devotees who are so dear to Krishna, and they're also so happy to serve other devotees. They don't think themselves as great devotees. They look at all these ISKCON devotees and so well read and knowledgeable about Shastra, but who cares? As in, for us, we want their love for Krishna, but they're still so respectful, so loving, so caring, and treat devotees so nicely. I've experienced this multiple times, right? And those are the devotees who are so dear to Krishna that Krishna goes out of his way to please them. He's ready to do anything to please them. Like I said before, Krishna is not Atma Rama, Apta Kama in Vrindavan. He's not self-satisfied. He is only satisfied by pleasing the Vrajavasis. He desires to please them. So he's not he is not like, his desires are not fulfilled by himself or in himself. He needs the Vrajavasis, he needs his dear devotees. And why does Krishna come down to this material world? He comes down to this material world to just show us this Vraja Bhakti and attract us, saying that you also come, join them, and we can all be there. Everybody lived happily ever after. That can happen only in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, not in some fairy tale, in some book. Right? So this is that devotion, and this is what is our motive? What is our drive? Inspiration. Our inspiration is this. This binds Krishna. Not that we should do bhakti to bind Krishna, but we can reach that stage of intimacy. It is stage of intimacy with Krishna. So that is the glory of this pastime. Then what happened? So then, so Krishna is crying, and then like mother bound him up. Then iti driksvalila bir ananda kunde. Iti idrik. In this way, what is in this way means all these childhood pastimes, such as Damodar Leela and others. Swalila bhi, his own pastimes. What does it do? Ananda kunde. Puts us in a pool of bliss, in a kunda of bliss, ananda. Whom swaghosham nimajjantam, us also, but more importantly, his own family, residents of Gokula, he immerses. And why is he doing all this pastime? Akhyapayantam tadiyesha tadiya ishita gneshu. Those who are desire of knowing his Aishwarya. He's showing them, see, this Aishwarya is not important. This Madhurya, the sweetness is important. So he's drowning them in the pool of bliss and showing to these Gnanis, or even the Vaikuntha devotees desiring Vaikuntha, saying that no, this is only possible in Vrindavan. Saying that Bhaktai Jitatvam, I've been conquered by my loving devotees. And they are devoid of Aishwarya Gnana. This is what Krishna wants to show. Puna premata tam shatabritti bande. So then Satyavrata Muni is saying again unto that Lord Damodara, I offer my praise, my respects with love and devotion, hundreds and hundreds of times. Now, okay, he's the Supreme Lord. Now, what do? We ask for Vara. Now, what Vara should we ask? What boon should we ask? Varam Deva, Moksham na Mokshapadimva. I don't want Moksha or Moksha Avadim, meaning highest Moksha, which is Vaikuntha. I don't want any of these. Nacha Anyam Vruneham. Nacha Anyam. I don't want anything also. You can bestow whatever mercy, whatever boon anybody wants. But what do I want? Idam te vapurnatha gopala balam sada me manasi avirashtham kimanyai. What is that I want? I want that this your divine form as a young coward boy, divine form of this young cowherd boy should always sada me manasi, in my heart, avirastham, should manifest. This is what I desire. Kimanyaihi. I don't want anything else. I want this your beautiful divine form to manifest in my heart all the time. I don't want liberation. I don't want even Vaikuntha. I want this. And what is this beautiful form of this Gopala Balam? Idam te mukham boja. Now, beautiful description of his face. So his lotus-like face, avyakta nilai, and it's vritam kuntalaihi. So and this beautiful lotus-like face is surrounded by curly locks of hair, which are very dark blue. Snigdha raktaihi, Snigdha, also his hairs are soft and glossy. And then uh, it is also reddish tinted hair. Reddish tinted, soft. See, so much of adjectives. Kuntalaihi, snigdha raktaihi. Cha gopya muhuhu chumbitam. Chumbitam means kissing. Who is that gopi? Yashoda. Muhuhu. Again and again she is kissing him. This is Yashoda's love for Krishna. Mm. Bimbarkta adharam. So he has lips which are like red as bimba fruit. And this beautiful form. So this lotus-like face, surrounded by curling locks of hair, which are very dark blue, soft and glossy, reddish tinted, and who is being kissed again and again by Yashoda, and who has lips red as bimba fruit. Let this picture be manifest. Me manasi avirastam. Alam laksha labhai. Millions of other laksha labhai, other labha, laksha, like millions of other attainments is useless. Alam, there's no need. I don't need anything else. I just want to remember all the time this beautiful form of the Lord. Hmm. Hmm. So then, oh, what is this? We are talking about so much of boons and this and that. Yes, because he's Nama Deva, so your divine Lord, Damodara, your Ananta, your Vishnu, Prasida. Please be pleased. I'm asking all this because you're all powerful. You can do anything. And without you giving it, I can't get it. Prabho, oh my master. Hmm. Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalabdi Magnam. I am this Jala. Dukha Jala, not Jala. Dukha Jalabdi Magnam. In this ocean of network of material miseries. I'm bound here. I'm stuck in this material, miserable material world. So please be pleased and kripa drishti vrishtiya. Please shower the rain of your merciful glances on me. Mm. See, this has to be our mood when we are doing this Damodar Ashtakam, saying that I am this worthless, fallen soul. And Krishna has to be, Damodar has to be pleased with us, and he should rain, shower the rain of his merciful glances, because we are very, very fallen. Ati Deenam, Ati Deenam, and Agnam, we are ignorant. So, Anugrahana, please accept me, and please shower your merciful glance on me. So, begging for mercy. This is begging for mercy. And the mercy is what? To actually always remember this beautiful form of Damodar with Yashoda. That's what he's asking. And please shower your merciful glance on me and be pleased with me and give me this benediction. Give me this vara. Kuveratmajau baddha murtya vaya tvat. So these two sons of Kuvera, mm, you delivered them. They were cursed by Narada Muni. They become two twin trees. Tvaya mochito, you liberated them. By this divine form, which was bound with ropes to the martyr, grinding mortar. And what did you give them? Bhakti bhajav. You gave them pure devotion. So similarly, you give me prema bhaktim swakam prayacha. Please give me loving devotion unto you. And a mokshe graha me asti damodara. I don't want anything else. I don't want moksha. I don't have enthusiasm for anything else. I just want this prema bhakti swakam prayacha. I want this loving devotion unto you. And then he is ending the prayer. Namaste astu damne. So now he is glorifying that rope, which is spurat deepti damne, which is like splendorous, which is glowing. Thodiya udaraya. Where is that rope? It's tied onto your belly. And what is this belly? Vishwasya damne. It is the shelter of all the universe, the entire universe. So I'm glorifying, I'm offering my obeisances to the rope and your Udara. But if I have to get your mercy, then what should I do? Nama Radhikaye, Todiya Priyaye. You are very dear, Radhika. I'm offering obeisances to her. And Nama Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tuphyam. And I offer obeisances unto your Ananta Leelaya, unlimited pastimes. And to your transcendental nature, I offer my respectful obeisances. So we have to. So this first verse is just a description of what happened. That he was bound up, and she came from behind, and Krishna saw the the stick in her hand, and she started running, and then he started crying again and again, with trembling and sighing and breathing and all that. And then Yashoda just bound him up by her devotion. And all these beautiful childhood pastimes actually drowned the Brajavasis in a pool of bliss. And Krishna is showing this to all the Aishwarya Bhaktas, those who are devotees who are attracted by the Aishwarya of Krishna, our opulence of Krishna, saying that, this happens because this is Premata Bhaktaihi. By this loving devotion, my devotees bind me. So he's showing that. And then after that, he's saying, okay, I want some boon. What? I don't want moksha. I don't want even Vaikuntha. I want to remember your divine form of this young coward boy always in my heart. And what is that divine form? It's a lotus-like face, surrounded by dark blue, curling locks of hair, which is soft and glossy and reddish tinted, and who's been kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and whose lips are red as pemba fruit. I want to remember this. I don't want anything else. Everything else is waste, useless. And you are the Supreme Lord. You can give me anything. So you please be pleased with me, and you shower your merciful glance on me, because I'm fallen. I'm very fallen, ignorant, and please bestow this mercy on me. And you showered similar mercy to Kuber Atmajau, to Nalakuvara and Manikriva, and you made them devotees. So you please give me this pure devotion unto you. I don't want anything else. And then glorifying the rope and the waist, and offering obeisances to Srimati Radhika, because she is his beloved, and if she is pleased, Krishna is pleased. Okay, so it's again another prayer for pure devotional service. So it's so beautiful. So every time we sing this, and it should be a prayer. See, we should understand this. Devotion is uh, not mechanical. So which means that we are not just singing Damodar Astaka like um, machine. Right? We have to sing with that emotion of praying, saying that prema bhakti, asking, begging for prema bhakti, saying kripa drushti vrishtyati, please shower your merciful glance on me, give me pure love for yourself. This is the central prayer, right? And this prayer, now what are we doing? 30 days of Kartik, we are praying for pure love. This is what this song is all about. This is what Damodar Astakam is all about. Of course, now there are like some beautiful tunes and everybody gets immersed in the tune, etc. It's okay, but at least practicing devotees should be in this mood of, wanting to beg for this pure love from Krishna. So we can continue to do Damodar Astakam in this mood, and hope that Krishna bestows and Radha bestows their mercy and choicest blessings on us by giving us pure devotion. Okay, so I'll stop here. If anybody has any comments, please, you can.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, this is written by
Satyavrata
Shankaracharya.
Muni. No. This is Satyavrata Muni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But here it says Vedavyasa, but anyway. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Just like when you were talking about Vrindavan, I just want to share something. Prabhu,
Yeah.
when we were doing the parikrama,
Mhm.
Prabhu and I, we were on foot, and Prabhu, he had very, very high fever.
Oh.
I don't remember the name of the city, the place. You know, like Ranganath Lakshmi Ji, the town where you have this temple where Lakshmi is pressing Lord Vishnu's foot.
Belwan.
There, yeah. So, that's the only temple where we could stay. So we were in one patched, just broken shed. Prabhu, and his fever was almost 104, 105, and we were really hungry also. So we asked one Mataji if she could give us some food. And within 2 minutes, she made aloo sabjis and prantas, and the ghee came out, desi ghee came out, and they called for a doctor. And he said the doctor will be only coming by evening. And the taste of that sabji, Prabhu, like if somebody, it was around 3:34 in the afternoon, and she had to, start a chula. It was not, she didn't even have a gas or a stove. Like on cow dung thapis, she made the food. That taste still lingers in my mouth.
Yeah.
And with all that fever, my Prabhu also had about half a chapati, though he couldn't eat, but I don't know how he managed it.
Yeah,
And then in the evening, when the doctor came, he gave him medicines, and then by morning, the fever had gone. We tried to give something to the Brijvasis. Prabhu, you won't believe, not he said, but dhanwan koi hamare ghar aata hai. And it was not that it was a very aristocratic, big. It was down to earth, just mouth to, just attached small this thing. Prabhu, if somebody comes to our house at an odd time, we'll say, yo, they've come at this time. Imagine cooking for them with all the facilities, a gas, vegetable, everything. Imagine cooking at an odd time and taking out the best ghar ka desi ghee nikalna, and looking after. And Prabhu, how much of perseverance, if the doctor took no money and they took nothing in cash or kind, anything could, tried giving them, they just wouldn't take anything. This is Brijvasi, like when you go into.
This is love.
This was,
This is love.
it's an experience. Sometimes I still, when I think about it, I can understand how mean and selfish I am. How we behave when unexpected guest comes, how our faces turn up. I'm not talking about anybody, Prabhu, I'm talking about myself. Sometimes you just don't want to do it, it's a queue, it's work, then you're resting or something, whatever it is, when you're not into it. When I think about it, I can understand how mean and selfish and small I am. And Prabhu, another, yeah. So this experience.
So glorious they are.
And another, I have a question to ask, Prabhu. We are talking about Damodar Leela, and we're talking about Kuber's two sons. They are affluent, they've got the money, they've got Shankarji ka, everything. So when Narad Muni came, they did not cover themselves. So they were cursed, and they got God's mercy, and they got this thing. What about the two women, Prabhu? They covered themselves. They got the darshan of the saint.
Not heard anything
nothing
about
is mentioned.
nothing is mentioned
about
nothing is mentioned about
nothing. And Narad Muni is not an ordinary saint.
No, it might be some. It would be there.
Good. I'm not well
this-
read. I'm not well read. I don't know. I've never heard in my entire life. I've never heard about it. Like if you do come across, please share it, Prabhu.
Yeah, sure. Not heard anything about it.
Yeah. They covered themselves, right? They showed so much of respect. तो पहले उनको तरना चाहिए था ना प्रभु, फिर कुबेर के बच्चों को. If you look at it in.
Yeah, we can't comment on why Narada Muni does whatever.
The only thing which comes into my head many times, उनका पात्र अभी उनको मसीह मिलने के like अभी नहीं था या something.
No, we don't know. It's not been mentioned. Doesn't
no, it's
mean
never
that,
been mentioned. It's never been mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. I just want to share
thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Your classes are always triggers of something. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you all. So we'll again meet tomorrow, Krishna willing. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyavacha patitanam pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. I need to run somewhere, so I'm disconnecting. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, one more thing I just want to ask.
Mataji, I'm so sorry. I have to.
नहीं
I
प्रभु
have
इनके प्रसाद में अगर लहसुन प्याज होता है तो क्या करना चाहिए?
No, Rajavasis, if they are Rajavasis, they won't use.
I did come across one place, Prabhu Vrindavan, mein we were doing
We have
mother
to be
care.
careful. We have to be careful,
Then
right?
you
See, if
then
they're
you don't take,
no, if they're Rajavasis, then we take.
even if it is onion garlic.
No, but if they're Rajavasis,
No, okay. How do we know?
see, that's the point I'm making, right? They have
Yes,
to be
Prabhu.
Rajavasis. So that is where the whole point is. It's not
Yes,
that they're just staying in Vrindavan.
yes,
They have to
Prabhu.
be Vrajavasis. If they're
Yes.
Vrajavasis, then Krishna will accept anything. And they will not do anything which doesn't please Krishna, which displeases Krishna.
Yes.
So we have to understand this.
Yeah, Prabhu. This is
Yeah.
the point actually, because
Yeah.
at a place we had this onion garlic, this thing, and we didn't know what to do with it. Thank you,
Oh,
Prabhu. I'm sorry
okay.
to hold you up.
No problem. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Pranam,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Dhavat.
Pranam.